Ronald McDonald House is a home away from home for families who have ill or injured children. When families have to travel to receive medical care for their kids, we give them a place to stay where they can be together and close to the hospital, whether it's across town, across the state, or across the country. When a family has to leave their home community and their support network, it's really scary. You think about as a parent or as a grandparent, there's nothing more frightening than when your child is sick. You think you have control over things, but really you don't. And so being able to come to the Ronald McDonald House, being able to get support from many of our volunteers, our staff, the community at large, it makes such a difference in people's lives. And so we are very excited to be a place where really the community can gather to help others. Ronald McDonald House is really the only, we'll call it place, that serves families of sick children when they need to travel. So as the only kind of hospitality house that does that for families with pediatric patients, it's a pretty unique niche to be able to help families. Ronald McDonald House is available to anyone who has a pediatric patient, 18 or younger, receiving active inpatient or outpatient medical care. So whatever that illness or injury looks like for a child, their family is able to come and stay at the house at no cost to the family for as long as they need, and we support the family while the hospital cares for the child. So I've worked for Ronald McDonald House for close to 20 years, so when I think of success stories, I can literally think of thousands of families. But standing here in the courtyard right by the play equipment, it makes me think of one specific story, and it was the very first family that had a chance to come to the new house to see it. Ethan is the child who's going through cancer treatment, so he's 6 now. He was a year and a half when he started treatment. So for years, his family, his mom Crystal and his sisters, have made a 5.5-hour trip, monthly if not more often, to be able to stay with us for a period of time. And they officially cut the ribbon on the new house, which was very exciting. But after that very long journey for a very young boy, during what should be kind of a normal growing up time, 2 months ago, he did his last chemo treatment and was declared cancer-free. When we were selected as a finalist and read the email, it was a lot of woohoo for our small group that was working that day. You know, we love the partnership with the Mike Brown Group. You guys have been phenomenal volunteers, always set the bar on quality of meals that are provided at the Ronald McDonald House. And we've really missed not having you guys here. We've missed not having you be able to come to the new house. Honestly, your group cooking is kind of one of the inspirations for how we laid out the kitchen. You know, we've got to have plenty of room for all these people who really know what they're doing. So it was super exciting to be thought of in that way, and we're just really honored to get the support and the caring from your organization. The money will really be used to help us provide a lot of what the families need right now. The food that we're providing to families, typically every day we'll have at least 2 volunteer groups bring that in. We don't have that right now. So it's a very large budget item that we didn't plan on, that we're having to spend. But it's super important that we continue to do that. The money will also help, in addition to kind of what we do at the house, we're providing 200 meals a week for families who are in the hospital who are not staying with us. These are lunches that we prepare and take to the hospitals here in Boise for pediatric patients who can't leave the bedside. The visitation rules at the hospitals are so strict right now. It's one parent once a day that's able to be with their child. So we want to be able to help them stay at the bedside as long as possible. So it'll help us provide the supplies to do that as well. And the last thing that the funding would help us do is provide the PPE and cleaning supplies that we need. We're very excited to be in this new house that's 3 times the size and able to serve 3 times as many families. It's really big. And the cleaning and disinfecting that we're having to do was always pretty intense because we deal with people who have serious immune issues and want to be mindful of keeping everyone healthy. but we've stepped it up a lot and are doing a lot more. And all of that costs quite a bit right now, and was a non-budgeted item. So it'll help with all of those, and because of the way of the world right now, we haven't been able to have a lot of our fundraising events as well. So yeah, just a tricky year. So it will come in so handy in really helping provide at a very basic level what we do for families. Even with all the uncertainty in the world and all the upheaval, what hasn't changed is that kids are still getting sick. What hasn't changed is that families still need a place to stay, and they still need that support. And we're really proud to be able to partner to be able to do that.